Hi, I'm Vic.
And I'm DJ, and this is Adventures with Vic and DJ.
Can you believe that we only have
10
10 days
days.
until our trip? So today we just want to take a few moments and talk about a few little things that we have. We're going to talk about our bags, just some concerns that we might have, and maybe some of our predictions. So DJ, would you like to talk about the bag that we purchased for this trip?
I would love to. We bought it off the infamous TikTok shop. We both got one. Yours is blue.
Yeah.
This is not our first choice of bag. We had bought a different bag, but it had several compartments, and I didn't like that. So this one has one big compartment and then the front pocket, which is really going to be nice. We can get more stuff in here. It's all we're taking for, I believe, 13 nights. I'm a overpacker usually and over-prepared, but Victoria has got me convinced you'll be fine. Just take enough for 1 week. We'll do laundry in the middle. So excited about that. And then we also bought some neck pillows.
Yeah, so DJ has a tendency, as most people do, that when you go on a trip, you think about all the things that you could do and pack things that you don't necessarily need. So we kind of made a list of all the things that we really wanted to ensure that we took. So we have tank tops, since the weather is going to be about mid 80s there, and some cover ups, so some light jackets, shorts, or capris, jeans, and then we both bought some very nice sandals that have kind of more of a trek bottom, of a rubber bottom on them, so that we can do some hiking and keep our feet, if they get wet, that's okay. But for the most part, I don't really wear a whole lot of makeup, so I really wasn't concerned about that. More just concerned with our toiletry products. What were some things that you wanted to make sure that was in your bag?
Yeah, so obviously deodorant would be a big one. I do hear they use a lot of whitening in Thailand. They want their skin to be lighter. It's kind of a sign of affluence from the videos and podcasts I've listened to. So I was real concerned that we need to get our own sunscreen, so we made sure to pack our own sunscreen. Obviously, we're pasty enough, so I don't know what those chemicals do, and I don't really need to find out if they're going to affect me differently or not. So we went ahead, some of that stuff we did pack, although we do know Thailand is known for markets, and so whatever we do happen to forget, I guess we're just going to get to go haggle, which Victoria just loves to do. Not really.
DJ do that.
Yeah.
No worries.
No. So we are looking forward to maybe a little bit of shopping. I know a couple things we didn't pack were beach towels. If the resort doesn't have them that we're at, we'll just go buy a couple and we'll just donate them to the hotel at the end, I guess. So
Absolutely. So thinking of our bags, we have 10 days until we leave, but our bags pretty much are already packed. We did a trial run and we have plenty of clothes. So the things that we were taking weren't necessarily our day-to-day clothes. So we did try everything on to ensure that everything fit and that everything fit in our bag. So one of the things that we also wanted to do was not spend any extra money on taking a checked bag. There are so many people that end up losing their checked bag or their luggage gets delayed, that this was one of those things that we just were able to say, what can we take on a carry-on bag that will fit right with us, that we don't have to worry about getting thrown around, taking any of our equipment with us that we're going to take along on our trip, so we don't have to worry about getting there and it being busted. I know I've traveled before with a camera in my checked bag, and I got to my destination and my lens was cracked. Luckily, it was just a removable lens that I could replace, but still things can just get broken, and having your carry-on right there with you just makes it so you don't have to worry about getting to your destination. And both of us kind of being a little bit on the larger side, and knowing that we're going to an Asian culture where the people are a lot more petite than us, we just don't want to have to worry about not having any clothes, or DJ having to wear my clothes, or vice versa for the first couple days, especially because we're going to a place I've never been. Our first stop is going to be in Tokyo. So
one of our concerns about the flight coming up is, are we going to be jet lagged when we get there? And getting to Tokyo right now, we kind of have the schedule set for Tokyo Tower in that area the first night. It's a replica basically of the Eiffel Tower is what inspired it. So it's a really neat thing. We'll go over it when we get there, but
Yeah.
we'll bump it to the next morning if we get there and we're just dead on our feet. It's a 13-hour flight over, and plus we have a 3-hour ride to the airport in Chicago from the Iowa City area where we currently reside. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, some of the things that we watched about jet lag was fighting that. So they are about 13-hour difference than us. So right now it's about 1 o'clock in the morning in Japan and Thailand area. So we do know that when we get there, it's going to be in the afternoon when we arrive, and we'll know that we've already been up all day. So within that, hopefully, since we're going there in the morning, we're flying all day, we'll do some of the things that we want to do and be on a normal rhythm for us right now. That's the hope. We're going to take some fluids, and we'll just kind of take some either melatonin along with us for that first couple of days, just to kind of get our bodies into a good sleeping pattern. Sleep doesn't affect me as much as it does somebody else. So we'll see how that goes the first couple of days. We're just going to have to kind of suck it up a little bit and just persevere through, knowing that we are planning to go. We only have less than 24 hours in Tokyo the first day, so just spending as much time there as we possibly can, seeing some things, getting a little immersed in the culture. You mentioned Tokyo Towers. Is there anything else that we want to do there that first day?
Yeah, and I believe it's called the Shibuya Scramble Crossing. It's kind of the famous one from Tokyo Drift, where all the people are and the cars are coming through there. Just a ton of people. It's a crazy intersection that just about everything in Tokyo seems to meet there. There's a ton of shops and restaurants there. So our flight does leave from Tokyo to Bangkok at about 11:30 in the morning. So we're probably going to have to get up early to get down there. Probably won't spend a ton of time in the area. Probably won't get to do lunch there, but hoping just to kind of get a feel for the atmosphere. The good news is we don't have to do everything. We're going to hit Tokyo on the way back for another just under 24 hours on the way home. So if we see anything or didn't get to do something, we'll push that back to then. But it's really just, I planned this trip when I saw that we could be in Tokyo for almost 24 hours on the layover. I couldn't pass up that chance. I've been to Tokyo. And eventually we'd like to go longer, but really excited about just dipping our toes in that on the way. And then the good news is when we get to Bangkok, we're going to jump on a bus down to Pattaya where we're staying. And we're going to get to the resort, and we're at that resort for 8 nights. So it's the Intercontinental down there. It's right on the bay, right on the water. So the good news there is we can take a day or two to kind of wind down after our busy couple days of flying.
Yeah, absolutely. So within that, we know that we'll have a lot of travel. So that was kind of the reason that we decided to stay in Pattaya for 8 days versus Bangkok for 8 days. We kind of went back and forth a few times, but finally kind of decided that we wanted to be on that beach, more of that resort style, just some opportunities to relax. We know that we have a full itinerary that we've kind of figured out ourselves, so we'll just see how things go. And obviously just knowing that we have our own predictions in our head. DJ has been planning and looking at different videos, and I just for myself want to hope that we have everything, the expectations and all of the areas that we would love to go to. And we're planning to put a lot into this trip, just knowing that there's that flexibility that if one morning we wake up and we're just tired and we just want to relax, that we have that opportunity, and that we don't have to pack everything into one trip. Because if we do decide that we really enjoy that area, we can always go back. So
Yeah, so I did want to touch real quick on the 8 nights in Pattaya, and then we have 5 nights actually in Bangkok. We try to go in increments of 4 when we're planning to use points, which is what we're doing at the IHG, which is your Holiday Inns and Staybridge and Intercontinental. So the 4th night is actually free when you book with points. So we just want to make sure that we're maximizing the points that we have earned by using the IHG credit card and a few stays here and there that we've done. And myself for work, I've stayed at a few. So that just helps. It's kind of a perk there. and just something to keep in mind, like if I could have got the flight a day earlier, I would have done 8 days in Pattaya and 4 days in Bangkok rather than that 5 days or 5 nights in Bangkok. But you know, it's worth the extra points, and I think we're going to need all 5 days to get around that city. And I'm glad we're doing kind of our rest and relaxation before we get to Bangkok. So we might need a vacation when we get home from our vacation, but after being gone that long, I'm sure we're out to hit the ground running back when we get home.
Absolutely. Well, we have 10 days to see if all of our predictions come true.
I couldn't be more excited, and we can't wait to share our adventures with all of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.